Now that we know the official design for the prototype in Poppy Playtime, it's so much fun to go back and look at the fan designs. We had years to come up with our own unique takes on what the prototype could end up looking like. I have seen hundreds of designs from people, and some of those designs date back as early as chapter 1. I've brought together some of the most unique and random takes that people had about the prototype's design. Of course, all of these designs were drawn before the official reveal of the prototype, weeks before, up to like years ago. Before we begin, subscribe if you'd like. I'm Plays. How you doing? Oh my goodness, look at this one. Wow. I mean, it's outlandish, it's different, but Jesus Christ. Okay, so what I'm getting from this, and there's quite a bit to get all at once, is that firstly, there's boxy representation, which is fantastic. It seems like the leg arm goes directly through Boxy's box and actually like rips off the fur, the fabric from Boxy for one of the feet. That's insane. Bronze representation as well. This is mental. This is insane. It looks like the prototype still could have been some kind of spider creature, but like connected to something bigger as well. That's very unique and very, very, very cool. This also seems to take the catnap shrine quite literally. I can tell by like the way that the head and hands in the middle kind of like protrude out of the rest of it. That's very catnap shrine looking. It's crazy. It looks like some kind of fortress, like some kind of base. If it was like designed slightly differently, it could be some kind of Pokemon. It didn't have a chance of being like real, but I think that this person had a concept in mind and just ran with it. And that's something I can really, really appreciate. This is insane. Yeah, okay, so I saw this one for the first time a few days ago, and every time I look back at it, I just see something new. Like, firstly, it's insane. It also takes Catnap's Shrine quite literally. You can tell by like the use of Pugapilla and like the weird skull neck thing. It's crazy because now that we've seen the concept art for the original prototype design, you can see where there was not miscommunication, but fans filling in the gaps. Because at the time that this design was done, we know now that the prototype was going to have a long neck. And in this, there's like a skull connected to this thing. And then just an amalgamation, still finding ways of bringing all of the characters into it. I love how there's Yarnaby and Pianosaurus at the back. Pianosaurus for the tail. That makes sense. Catnap, so there's still a way to bring the Poppy gas into it, which is something that I really wanted. You can see one of Mummy Longlegs' arms, so that ties into the end of chapter 2 quite well. And there is still like the iconic prototype arms that we knew to be canon since the very beginning. So this is insane. This is the kind of design which up until the very last moment had some credibility to it, even down to the spider legs, but ended up being completely different. I love that spectrum of imagination. This is interesting. I haven't added these pictures onto it. This is just on like the source image. So you can see where they're getting the inspiration from, obviously like the prototype legs. And the Jester image from one of the Mob Entertainment holiday artworks. This is crazy. And like they kind of almost got it right. Somehow the Jester hat is wrong. And also right at the same time. The mask looks a lot more human than the one that we ended up getting. And there was like no kind of scar all the way down it. But yeah, there was only one eye. And like, you know, the arms, the collar and everything is pretty much there. See, so this had quite a lot going for it. This I love. I love this design so much because it's one of the only fan designs I've seen where the mask is Poppy. I mean, that is something that not many people considered. I guarantee you. Not that I ever saw. We now know that isn't true, but that is interesting. And to see that idea come to life like this is insane. Even if it does have a skull head behind it, which we know was true at one point. Lots of fan designs have skull heads. I guarantee you we'll see more. But no, we didn't end up getting a skull head. This one is a bit more human than the other designs that we've seen. Like there's bone marrow material all around the chest, like more of a defined rib cage. Like I know the actual official design has one, but that's a lot more defined in this version. Still Mummy Longlegs representation. Catnap, which I can only assume is for Poppy gas. And we see one of the arms is the distinctive canon prototype arm, the other is more like a claw. This is a strange take. Obviously, like Golden Diamond, the channel Golden Diamond, they did a very popular prototype mod / rendered cutscenes with their own design. This seems to be very inspired by that, and I've seen some artwork that's of that design, so it's like a 2-tier fan design. It's a fan design of a fan design, and also looks quite Afton from Five Nights at Freddy's as well. It would have been interesting to see just how human the prototype ended up being. Like, even if it did have a human corpse just out the front of the design, if you zoomed in, it could have looked like this. So I can see exactly where they're coming from. It's very, very interesting. The way this is drawn, it makes it look like it's out of like Total Drama Island or something, like some kind of 2D cartoon. I love it, and like, you know, ties into chapter 3 with the phone. It's just the thing that so many fan designs have is the hunched back, and we didn't end up getting that. That's just quite interesting, you know. It's just something that seemed to have mystified a lot of people. I like it. Again, very, very organic looking. Like, there's not only bone but muscle as well. Ooh, I think this is from another YouTube video. This is the most literal interpretation of Catnap Shrine from Poppy Chapter 3, just because of the corpse at the front. Ooh, this is weird. Like, one of the hands is just boxy, or like a boxy type thing. Maybe that's one of his hands, because it's coming out the side. I don't even know what's going on the other side. This is very, very interesting. Like, I can see maybe some Catbee in there, perhaps. Some smiling critters, maybe. The legs look really small on this design, actually. Okay, I mean, yeah, this is one way of looking at it. What the... what? I can't even make out where the legs begin and end on this one. There's an open Yarnaby head. Some other doll heads going around. Some poppies. Still finding a way to get the prototype arm in there. Dog Day. With an arm coming out of it, and the doctor all the way up there. What? Oh, okay. Okay, so a very small minority of people believe that the prototype would have just looked like the Doctor. You know, because we know that the Doctor is robotic. They've got those big old robot arms going on, and yeah, maybe this could have worked. I don't know. I mean, Chapter 4 lost a lot of people. I don't know how well received this would have been. I wish the Doctor was more popular than they are, just as a character. This is a unique kind of design, I think. What is going on here? Actually, you know, it doesn't look that bad. Well, maybe. This looks... Okay, parts of this... Can you see what I mean? Parts of this look weirdly competently made, and then some of it doesn't. Like, I don't... Okay, well... Let's if we've got the checklist here. We've got a catnap head. We've got some mummy long legs representation. Question mark, question mark. The mask is almost there, but it seems like there is some kind of human head up there. Found a way to get the prototype arm into it. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the legs, but yeah, sure. Do what you like, man. Okay, so this wins the award for your YouTube thumbnail that aged the worst. Honestly, I challenge you to find a thumbnail that aged worse than this. This is the prototype. No, it is not. That is the head from the robot Huggy skin from Project Playtime, which more people should play. And yeah, the rest is just from the most recent Poppy Playtime 5 trailer, or I guess the last one. Yeah, right. Isn't he wonderful? No. I've seen this design pop up a few times now, just in different pictures. It is quite interesting. And like, I know this is like a free use model that's appeared in animations and pictures all over the place for years, maybe. The skull head, you know, prevails, but it's robotic this time. I don't know, it's weird. Like, other than the oversized hands, I don't have a problem with this. I'm going to be totally honest with you, I don't mind it. So this is one of the more recent YouTube thumbnail fan designs. No idea what they were doing. I don't know why it looks like it's on a mound of mud or something. But, God, maybe that's just like really, really rusted, undefined material. Like, I mean, like, considering that this is a clay channel, they've done a fantastic job with the prototype arm that we do know. I like the fact that there's doughy and boxy representation. But, yeah, barking up the wrong tree, bud. Okay, so this is an interesting one because it sort of positioned... This is another thumbnail, by the way. But it positioned the prototype as like a line of toys, like prototype toys. And this is the result. This is what we end up getting. I mean, like, some designs say that Huggy could have been a version of the prototype, or like the prototype could have ended up being like an incredibly damaged and withered Huggy like we see here. Obviously, when we found out Huggy returned at the end of Chapter 4, that threw that theory out. it's weird to see that kind of mentality survive in a way like this. Oh my god. That looks amazing. Now, that is one thing that's in a lot of fan designs. And no, I'm not talking about the saw. Multiple heads. Like on this, which would have been a fantastic title screen, but on this design, you can see like multiple little red eyes that they've got going on. Like, it just works. I mean, this is to everything. Like, there are so many different designs. There's a lot going on. Like, Mob wouldn't go this direction, right? But, you know, I think it's cool. Cool Lego one I found on Instagram. You know, I was just speaking like a few designs ago. A lot of people thought the prototype would be Huggy, and there's Lego Huggy. I wonder what the people who have these fan-made prototype designs feel like now. While I was looking for this design, I found the strangest comment possibly ever. I think the prototype is Boxy Boo. Now, we know, and we knew kind of before Chapter 3, almost, through ARGs, that Boxy Boo was the first successful experiment turning a human into a toy. So, the prototype being some kind of variation of Boxy Boo, you know, it becomes more rational the more you think about it. What? I mean, poor Bubbaphant on the end there, he's been impaled. I don't know, that entire arm just seems to look like a hedge trimmer. Again, this is like another fan model. I was able to actually go in and like, this is a fully 3D website, like you can edit this and change this however you want. So it is cool. Catnap representation, again, multiple heads, and like, you know, it's not the worst design in the world. Very close to what we ended up getting. So this is obviously a more recent one that just followed the clues. The jester clues, the sleeves, the legs, and the mask, the one eye. Like, you know, almost got it. So almost got it. And on the other end of the spectrum, what? Okay, so, all right. You know, draw your own conclusions from this one. That's what I'm going to say. Just come to your own conclusion. And that's it. We're ending on that one. Okay, we're ending on this design. Yeah, you know, this I'm still thinking about that last one. This variety of inspiration and this just crazy mass, like this mass of designs makes me almost sad that we have an official prototype design now, because now all we're going to see is fan art, not fan designs. So I love to see stuff like this, especially the last one. Subscribe if you like. I'm Poppy Playtime.